from the deserts of Arabia, forged from the scorching golden sands of the UAE, NIMR emerges as a major player in the light to medium weight defense vehicles industry. NIMR has steadily supported the UAE Armed Forces since 2005, growing a reputation for versatility, ruggedness, and performance.
The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation has released a video on its YouTube channel showing the test firing of a cruise missile from the Iskander-M missile system on a practice range in southern Russia. The missile flew at an altitude of about 45 kilometers. The simulated enemy electronic warfare system failed to detect the object during the flight, and the warhead successfully hit a target at 200 kilometers away from the Iskander-M tactical missile system. The missile is designed for mobile, autonomous operation and is capable of striking point and area targets at a range of 50 to 400 km. Ukrainian Armed Forces use the tracker chassis of SA-13 NATO code SA-13 Gopher air defense missile system to develop a low-cost version of multiple launch rocket system using 80mm rocket pods S8. This type of rocket is mainly used on Mi-24 Heinz combat helicopter. The new Ukrainian MLRS with S8 rocket pods is mounted on an MTLB multipurpose tracked armored vehicle, offering high mobility in all-terrain conditions. A video released on internet shows the original 4 surface-to-air missile launcher unit of the SA-13 is removed and replaced by 2 B-8V-20 pods, each containing 20-80mm unguided S8 rockets. According to military sources from internet, Ukrainian Armed Forces will have a large quantity of S8 rockets. Darpa, the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency of the US Department of Defense, is determined that the fighting vehicle of the future is all about mobility. Its Ground X vehicle technology program has long been dedicated to developing armored vehicles which are lightweight, responsive and smart, able to autonomously detect and dodge incoming threats like rockets and navigate any terrain. Now Darpa vision is getting closer to reality, with the agency awarding contracts to 8 institutions to develop its ideas. Russian armed forces need new multi-role grenade launchers, according to several Russian defense analysts. At the moment, RPG-7 still remains the organic multi-role grenade launchers of Russian armed forces. It was brought into service in 1961 and demonstrated in 1968. There are several slightly differing variants of RPG-7, with RPG-7V2 being the latest one. RPG-7V2 was brought into service in 2001. The launcher received new UP-ZV attaching lug for optical scopes. Nevertheless, Picatinny rail sights cannot be installed on RPG-7V2 without special extension bar. After a short delay due to weather condition, Japanese local-made X-2 fighter prototype finally took the skies today morning, local media announced. The Japanese first stealth plane prototype, the X-2, took off from Nagoya Airfield in central Japan around 8:50 a.m., said Defense Ministry Program Manager Hirofumi Doi. The jet landed safely at Gifu Air Base in Gifu Prefecture at 9:13 a.m., Doi said. The United States State Department has approved a possible foreign military sale to Australia for AIM-120D advanced medium-range air-to-air missiles and associated equipment, training and support. The estimated cost is $1.22 billion. The U.S. Defense Security Cooperation Agency announced on April 25. With a successful first flight on April 25, Boeing has added the fourth and the final flight test aircraft to the KC-46 Pegasus fleet, a 767-2C, the US-based giant announced on Tuesday. During 1 hour 40 minutes flight, test pilots performed operational engine checks, flight control and environmental system checks and took the 767-2C to a maximum altitude of 39,000 feet prior to landing at Boeing Field, south of Seattle.
The Australian government has selected DCNS as its preferred international partner for the design of 12 future submarines for the Royal Australian Navy. DCNS and its short-fin Barracuda design beat Germany's TKMS Type 216 submarine and the Japanese Soryu-class design. This decision was driven by DCNS's ability to best meet all of Australia's unique capability requirements. This included superior sensor performance and stealth characteristics, as well as range and endurance similar to the Collins-class submarine. The Australian government's considerations also included cost, schedule, program execution, through-life support, and Australian industry involvement. In October last year, Navy Recognition had a chance to interview a DCNS representative about the short-fin Barracuda.
Well, the short-fin Barracuda, if you compare it to the French Barracuda, it's 94 meters, so it's 3 meters shorter, and it's 4,000 tons. So it's 200 tons lighter than the French Barracuda. We've been constructing a submarine for 100 years in DCNS, and we've constructed submarines, conventional or nuclear submarines, from 2,000 tons to 15,000 ton submarines. So the experience we take from the big submarines, we can put it on the medium submarines or on the small submarines. The French Navy has a long experience working with US and UK, so the submarines we do in DCNS are completely interoperable with US and UK Royal Navy. For the C-1000 program, what is unique is this submarine is coming from the design of the French Navy, so it's a submarine for ocean-going country and navy. So it can go far and stay long times at sea. And I would say that the second aspect, which is unique, the short-fin Barracuda will take benefits of all the design, the construction and the development of the French Barracuda. And when the program will be ready, it will take benefits from all the lessons learned from the 2 or 3 operational years that will have done the Barracuda at sea.
At DSA 2016, the defense exhibition held recently in Malaysia, local company Destiny Shipbuilding was showcasing the new generation patrol craft selected by the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency. Destiny Shipbuilding is currently fulfilling an order to construct 6 of these vessels for the Malaysian government. The patrol craft is manufactured under license using a Fulmar design. The NGPC will be engaged in search and rescue, firefighting, fishery protection, law enforcement, disaster relief, training, pollution control, and EEZ duties. The vessel has a range of 2,000 nautical miles, is capable of speeds up to 24 knots, and is armed with an Azelsan 30mm remote-controlled naval gun at the bow. It was also announced during DSA that Thales would supply some Fulmar UAVs for the platform. Fulmar is a small, high-performance, fixed-wing UAV manufactured by Thales Spain. Fulmar will extend the operational capabilities of the Malaysian Maritime Surveillance Fleet, providing a broad range of operational capabilities including counter-piracy, anti-smuggling, fisheries policing, and border surveillance missions. Also at the DSA 2016 exhibition, Chinese companies Poly Technologies and Harbin Engineering University Ship Equipment and Technology Company unveiled a new unmanned surface vessel project. Company representative at the show told Navy Recognition that the vessel is 13 meters long and capable of a maximum speed of 80 knots. The vessel is based on a catamaran hull for stability, fitted with surface drive propellers for speed. The hull is made of composite and carbon fiber. The range of the vessel is 200 nautical miles. We were explained that the first sea trials started at the end of 2015 and are still ongoing. The tests are taking place in Tsingtao, a city in eastern Shenong province on the east coast of China.